What's up, guys? So I'm gonna review or react to Jordan Welch's day in the life. Again, quick background around me. I also make seven figures on the internet, but I don't do YouTube. I create digital web properties and rank them in Google to make my income. And so I like doing these React videos because it allows me to compare and contrast their processes of starting an online business or making money on the internet versus mine. And yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities with a YouTuber, but there's also a lot of differences. So I think there's a lot you can take away from if you're somebody that's trying to make money on the internet.
I'm gonna take a break. So right now.
My name's Jordan. I'm a 23-year-old full-time entrepreneur and YouTuber living in Miami, Florida. And this is a day in my life.
First thing I do every morning is get outside and go for a walk. Living in a city and working at home can get super chaotic and stressful, so it's good to start off the day with a little bit of peace of mind. Got a ton of stuff planned for today, and I need to get my mind right before we get started.
It's a pretty awesome place right by the water. I live in San Francisco, so I can, I'm only walking distance to the bay. There's some water out there, but it's not like Miami. You're actually facing an actual coast, so it's pretty dope.
So today's a pretty typical day. Going to be working on my businesses, going to the gym, and hanging out with some friends. Currently, I run 3 businesses. I have this YouTube channel, I have an e-commerce brand, and I have a software company. So today, I'm gonna take you with me on what I do throughout each and every day so you can get an idea of what it takes to run a business like this. While I was sleeping, my online store generated around 1.7K. So this morning is off to a pretty good start. And my software company also was getting...
Yeah, with the Shopify, it's a little bit misleading. So 1.7K, if he was running ads, yeah, I'm curious to know if that was a Shopify store that he was running ads. I'm assuming it was. So he didn't actually make 1.7K. A lot of that could have been ad spend. Maybe 20% of 1.7K he actually profited. And also, like with a Shopify, there's actually, cost of goods, right, which takes up a big chunk of that too.
Sales overnight, we brought in so far around $600 on this business. So right now it's about 8 a.m. and we're already up over $2,000 on the day, and we really haven't even gotten started yet. So
again, $2,000, like not net profit though. That's gross.
I'm excited to see what today brings.
I mean, he's obviously gonna make this sound way doper than it is, right? Yeah, I mean, I think with YouTube he actually makes really good money, but he didn't just wake up and just profit $2,000. That's not what just happened.
This is my office, and this is where I spend around 90% of each day. Every night before I go to bed, I take time to plan out everything that I'm going to be doing for the following day. This makes it so much easier for me to stay focused and gives me a clear roadmap of exactly what needs to get done. I usually like to get around 30 minutes to an hour of work done before I go to the gym in the mornings. This is a good time to check on ads, check on my team, and make sure everything is running smoothly before the day gets started. So that's pretty much it for the morning check-in. Everything's looking solid for today, and now I'm about to head to the gym. Every morning I like to go to the gym because it sets the energy right, and it's something I really enjoy doing. So let's head out.
I mean, as you guys know, like I'm a big fan of the X3 resistance bands workouts. It only takes me 10-15 minutes. Going to the gym takes like 1.5 hours, 2 hours. It's very time consuming. Plus the X3 bar made by Dr. John Jaquish, I believe you actually get way faster results with doing resistance bands versus free weights. There's a whole science behind it. Y'all have to check it out. But yeah, going to the gym is very, very time consuming. Like a lot of these influencers, what they like to show is they go to the gym first thing in the morning. But I look at it as like, I like to work on my business first thing in the morning when I wake up, like create leveraged income, create digital assets that can create passive income, whether that's a blog article or a website or a video such as this, a digital asset that you own and control that allows you to earn passive income. These are the leverage activities that I like to do first thing in the morning. So that way, as the day gets going and I might get busy with other things, as long as I do that one thing that creates leverage income, I know I have this feeling that I did something productive already in that day. So to me, that's a way better thing to do first thing in the morning. And I have an unfair advantage with the X3 bar because it only takes me 15 minutes to get the workout in. So I'll do the X3 bar before the first meal of the day. So what I do is create leveraged asset, leveraged income in the first thing in the morning. And then as, you know, it starts being around noon, I start getting hungry. So boom, I'll knock out the X3 bar workout, which only takes me 15 minutes. And then I have my first meal of the day around noon.
We here at Elevation Fitness with my brother Van. We pretty much show up every single morning and train.
Oh, what's up? My name's Van Dennis, aka Google God. Me and Jordan been homies for a few years. We met in LA. We're both living in Cali. Now we're out here in Miami. We're enjoying it. It's a great place to grind. As you can see, great place to live. I do e-commerce as well. I have a digital agency.
For me, like I have friends in Miami. I've thought about moving to Miami, and I've had my friend that wanted me to move out there. But to me, I feel like Miami has just way too many distractions. The nightlife is just way too much, I think.
We do a lot
For
of
me.
Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, but yeah, check us out.
You ready to put that work in?
Let's get it.
I do it. Yeah. All right, so it's everybody's least favorite day of the week, the leg day. I'm here every single morning with the squad, my boy Van, Zane, and Carlos. These guys motivate me so much, and I think it's really important for you guys to surround.
I feel like in the morning you have such like productive energy because that's, you know, you have the maximum willpower right in the morning before it turns noon. So I feel like, you know, spending 2 hours at the gym is such a waste of time in my mind because I look at it and I'm like, damn, this is just a lot of time at 9 in the morning.
Surround yourself with people that are more successful than you, stronger than you, so that way you can learn from them and grow alongside them. We about to finish this workout strong. At the end of every workout, me and my boy, we always do the dash, try to get these sprints in. The hell was that? It's always good to end the workout with some crazy burnout because it leaves you with the gym with some high energy and gets you ready to start the day. So we're gonna finish up these sprints and go back to the crib. All right, that's the end of the workout. We got here. I've been working out for the last.
I'm not sure about it'll give you high energy throughout the rest of the day. All it does is it pumps adrenaline so you feel more alert and awake, but it definitely uses up your energy when you go hard like that.
Couple of years, and when I started training with this guy, everything went to another level. So if you could share one tip to the people out there that are trying to get their body in right shape, what would you recommend?
I mean, I definitely start with just like trying to minimize drinking other liquids besides water.
Yeah.
That's kind of like an easy way to kind of keep your body moving, keep your body hydrated, and then try to eat healthy. Everyone's body's different, so your diet's gonna be a lot different from mine, his, our camera guy, you know, like everyone. But definitely just trying to be healthy and just be aware of it, and that kind of helps a lot a little bit.
100%. We're about to head to the crib. Van's gonna head to the office. We're gonna crush this work day. We just got to Love Life Cafe. It's one of my favorite restaurants in all of Miami. It's a completely plant-based restaurant with a ton of really good food. I haven't eaten a single piece of meat in almost 4 years. I'm 100% plant-based, and I love going out to eat. It's one of the things I do every single day. While we were at the gym, my business was still bringing in some.
As you guys know, I've been a full carnivore diet for the last 4 or 5 months, and you know, plant-based diets don't have enough essential amino acids to sustain you. It doesn't have plant-based diets is missing over 15 macronutrients from vitamin K, vitamin A, all these vitamin B as well. All these things only exist in animals. Jordan is still young, like he's in his early 20s, so he can still sustain kind of this plant-based diet for a while because, you know, it's mostly his hormones that's running the show when you're in your early 20s, but he will definitely face deficiencies if he keeps up plant-based diet. I've done countless hours of research on this. Plant-based diet, in my opinion, is not optimal for human health.
Sales right now, we just surpassed 2,000.
Like that granola bowl that he has, acai bowl. I used to love those things as well, but basically that's all that's in there is sugar, which leads to an insulin spike and it leads to a sugar crash later on in the day. And a bunch of granola, a bunch of fiber, which fiber is the indigestible part of plants. This whole notion that we've been taught that we need fiber is completely wrong. We do not need fiber, as it turns out. For optimal health, you actually want to remove fiber, and you know, fiber is what leads to bloating.
Dollars in sales for the day.
It's literally the indigestible part of plants. It's crazy. Like you'll get you'll get a lot of fiber if you ate a cardboard as well. Like you can blend up cardboard and get a crap ton of fiber. It's the same material. Again, Jordan is gonna be fine because he's younger. He's got hormones. That's running the muscle protein synthesis. But as you get older, like this is not a great way to start the day. You actually want a protein heavy breakfast to start the day.
End the day around 4,000 to 4,500 in sales. And for the software business, right now we are at $670 in sales. I also get passive income every day from my YouTube channel, which brings in around $1,000 per day. So we're gonna finish up this meal, head home, and I'm gonna lock in for the next couple of hours. Just finished up my work. Today was super successful and I got a lot done. I got in a couple meetings with my team. I launched some new ads and we even brought in a brand new offer for our store, which is actually doing pretty well. If you take a look right here, you can see that my business today has generated almost $3,500 and it's only 3:50 p.m. And my other business, my software company, has generated over $1,000, bringing today's total to almost $4,500 in sales, and we're only halfway through the day. Once I finish up my tasks for the day, I always make sure to shut down and take a break. So right now,
I wish he would show the net profit.
I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry. So I'm gonna
the
step out,
e-commerce
lunch.
that
This
he
morning, I
made,
also posted on my
I think
Instagram.
close to $3,000. The net profit's probably around 20%. The software is probably a lot more profitable. Software is probably closer to like 90% profit margin when you deduct hard costs, but there's also a lot of expenses with the software business and paying your developers, right? So it's kind of difficult to gauge a software business, but yeah. Still respectable.
Video. You guys absolutely blew up my DMs. So on the walk over to this restaurant, I'm going to be answering some of your.
But I think it also gives a kind of false like idea of like, it just doesn't, this day doesn't look that busy to me, busy enough. What did he really show? Like so far he showed waking up early, going to the gym for a couple hours, eating a acai bowl and doing some meetings. That's not. And he's doing one thing that y'all have to realize is that he's creating this YouTube content. That's his most highly leveraged activity, is creating this video right now. That's the most productive thing he's doing this day, not going into meetings or going to the gym or, going on walks.
All right, so the first question is from Nuno Brito, and he said, what's the one advice you give to yourself from 5 years ago? So I think looking back on 5 years, the biggest struggle that I had was figuring out what I wanted to focus on. So to somebody that is young and trying to make that decision, I really don't think it matters. I think what you should pick is something that excites you, something that makes you passionate, and stick with that thing for a long period of time. I spent way too much time jumping from idea to idea, and I think that held me back so much. Next question.
I'm going to add something to that. What you need to focus on, I think that can be bad advice if you just focus on what you're passionate about. Like if you're passionate about video games, sports, playing pickup basketball when you have no chance of making it to the pros and you're in your early 20s, it's not something that you should focus on. You should focus on something that's going to allow you to create leveraged income, because without money, without income, ability to create leveraged income, you're going to be working for somebody else and you're not going to have any freedom. First, you need to free yourself from having to work for somebody else, and you need to create that freedom for yourself. And the best way to do that is to create leveraged income. You need to figure out whatever skill set is going to allow you to leverage media or code. So leveraging media, an example is making YouTube videos, because once you make a video, other people can watch it for years and years to come, and it allows you to get attention on the internet, and you can monetize that attention. TikTok, making video content on TikTok is another example, right? What I do is code. So I create content on websites, local lead generation websites, like for a plumber or a roofer. I rank it at the top of Google using code and using latest Google's algorithm to my benefit, and I rank it to the top, and I generate leads for small businesses, and I create income that way. Another thing that I do is I have a blog that ranks for global key terms, and we sell a coaching program where we actually show students how to leverage that code that rank websites in Google and generate income for themselves. That's how I initially got started on making money on the internet back in 2014. So yeah, again, you need to focus on that. Like, put your passions in the back burner. First, focus on making money, making passive income, making leveraged income by either making video content or creating content or articles or websites that you rank in Google. Those are the two biggest forms of leveraged income to make on the internet, in my opinion, the two best ways. Now, there's such thing as dropshipping, but there's a lot of ups and downs and uncertainties in dropshipping, and it's not that stable. It's a lot more riskier, in my opinion.
Comes from Shay. She says, do you truly believe anyone can make it with dropshipping with proper work ethic? So I do believe that anybody could succeed with any online business that they want to pursue, not just dropshipping. I do think that some people have an advantage with starting dropshipping because they might have had a background in design and video creation and website building. But even if you don't have those skills, if you're dedicated and you really don't devote your time and energy into doing this, you could learn how to do this business or any business. So I do believe that anybody can make it with dropshipping.
No, dropshipping is risky for most people because you're forced to run Facebook ads. And Facebook ads is expensive. So if you're just starting out and you work in a 9-to-5, you know what I mean? And, you got bills to pay and you only have like expendable income, like $500 to $1,000 per month. It's really difficult to do dropshipping because you can start running ads and lose all your money in a few days and not make anything in return. So it's risky to rely on a business model that relies completely on paid traffic when you're just barely scraping by. This is why, again, I recommend things like creating digital assets that are more free to create, like YouTube videos or, articles on a blog, or what I recommend is creating local lead gen sites, and ranking a site and locally and generating lead for like a local service provider.
Or whatever goal that they want to pursue. And the last question, the one that everybody's been wanting to know, from A Treasure, he says, will you marry me? I plead the fifth. So, as of today, it's been about a year since I moved to Miami. I used to live in Los Angeles, and before that, I lived in a very small town in South Florida. And I gotta say, I think Miami is one of the best cities in the world. The people here are amazing. The vibes are always right. It can get a little hot, but I love this city, and I honestly think I'm gonna live here for the next couple of years. Just got to Happy's. This is one of my favorite restaurants in all of Brickell. They have some of the best vegan food that I've ever tried. If you guys are in the Miami area, make sure to check them out. We're gonna get some food right now, and I'll show you guys what I get.
This kid's making me want to move to Miami right now. Yeah.
I just got my bowl. As you can see, we got all different types of stuff in here. We got the plantains, we got the plant-based protein, cauliflower, avocado, cabbage, bread. There's rice in there. There's hummus.
But like, my mentor lives in Las Vegas, so that's one of the big reasons why I don't want to move to Miami, because the plane flight is too long. It's like 5 hours, and I have to go to Vegas all the time. Because I work with Dan Klein, my mentor, a lot. Go to their house, and I live there for weeks at a time. So that's a big reason why I haven't thought about moving to Miami.
About to go crazy on this thing. My boy got the buffalo chicken wrap, which actually has no chicken. It's 100% plant-based, but I'm very hungry, so it's time to eat.
I mean, I'm not sure what reasons why he's plant-based, but I would highly advise, if Jordan was my close friend, I would highly advise him not to be plant-based, because and I used to be huge into vegetables because I've always been in health and nutrition for the last 10, 12 years. But what I'm learning now is a lot of the vegetables contain a lot of toxins, a lot of anti-nutrients that is harmful for your body. You all need to look up oxalate poisoning. Such things that I once thought was so healthy for you, like turmeric, kale, spinach. These things have a high oxalic acid, which turns into crystal shards in your body, and it leads to huge problems over the long term. Even almond milk, high oxalic poisoning.
It's the end of the day. Just got to Marine Stadium.
Oxalate, so Oxalate. So those of you that are eating plant-based and still thinking it's healthy for you, y'all need to look up oxalate poisoning.
My boys, Sebas Bedoya, Piero Madu. These are some of my closest friends out here in Miami, and we about to go for a run. Running is one of my favorite things to do. I do it multiple times a week, and Theo just put me onto this.
Running is not that healthy for you either. It creates a lot of joint damage. It turns your body into a catabolic state. So it actually breaks down muscle because your body is thinking it now needs to become lighter to be able to run long distance. So it's kind of like offsetting a lot of the heavy resistance training that you're doing. It also causes you to breathe more, running and jogging long distance, which creates more oxidative stress, which accelerates aging. So contrary to popular belief, endurance activities like running is not very healthy for you.
This new spot, so we're gonna check out this trail, and I'm gonna show you guys the views when we finish up with the run. Today was a massive success. We got everything I wanted to get done. I got to see some really good friends. And on our total sales for the day, I surpassed $4,200 on this store, as you can see right here. And then on my Stripe account, we brought in around $1,500 in sales on this account. And it's still only 7 p.m., so we did hit the goal for the day. So I'm feeling good about what we accomplished. You can see that, and it's so beautiful. And then you look right here and you see what human beings can do. Sadness. We just got done with our run, 3.1 miles, a little 5K. Amazing views, good company with my brothers. We're out here doing it. This is a normal day in my life. Pretty simple. I don't do a lot of flashy stuff. I like to work. I like to take care of myself. I like to eat good food, and that's what makes me happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more personal day in the life type content, let me know down below in the comments, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I'll be back with another video next week, but until then, talk to you soon. Peace. You humbled me.
Yeah, there's a lot of running, working out that could all be minimized to just like 15 minutes if you have the X3 bar. Running is not completely unnecessary. So yeah, the most productive thing he did this day was make this YouTube video, which now has like almost 1 million views a year ago. And you see how this video content that he filmed in one day, right, has garnered this much attention on the internet. And he's using this video as a form of leverage to create passive income. So here he can promote his software, get more followers, obviously subscribers for his channel. So creating this digital asset, okay, is the most productive thing he did that day, not all this other stuff. So, you know, when you're first starting out, I would say don't structure your day like what Jordan just showed, like, you know, like spending 2 hours at the gym, spending another hour later in the day running, like going out to eat, which takes a lot of time. Like you don't have time to be doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like even just do push-ups, get it over with quick. Like, I've had many bouts where you can even sacrifice your health a little bit to push really hard in business. Like, you know, like going to the gym, if you're just wasting 2 hours going to the gym in the morning and you don't have an online business that's profitable, like what are you doing? You know, like figure out the money pillar first, because that's going to give you the freedom to quit your 9 to 5. And once you have that freedom, then you can like kind of focus on the other pillars like health and relationships. But if you don't have freedom, if you don't have residual income, you need to focus on that. And sometimes you need to become unbalanced in life, go completely balls to the walls in the business side of it before you focus on your health or your relationships. That's what I would recommend. This whole day is a little too balanced for a beginner. Like he's spending way too much time on physical health stuff, when if you're a starter, you shouldn't be spending this much time. You should be building that business. And what I recommend is either creating video content on YouTube, or my number one recommendation is building websites locally in your local city or town and generating a lead for your local plumber or roofer or tow truck company, tree care, any of these local services in your area, I recommend generating a lead for them by building a website and ranking at Google. And so if you want to find out more information about that, click on a link on the description. It's the most achievable business by far. It's way faster and easier than starting a YouTube channel, which you could do both. But again, going local is a way faster way to start making money on the internet. That way you don't have to work a 9-to-5 job, right? So you want to be able to leave your 9-to-5 job as quickly as possible. This is what I recommend. This is coming from a guy that was stuck in a 9-to-5 job for 3-4 years outside of college. And I tried many different things. I tried blogging. I even tried YouTube back then. But it was local lead generation that freed me from my 9-to-5. And I haven't looked back since. So check the link in the description. I'll see you guys on the next video.